Boom. There we go. What's up, Myrna? Is that okay? Steve, what's up, man? Steve Megan. Who is this? Ebony. You said you decided to reach out to what? FBA woman because, as you already know, I'm relaunching my. So, okay, something crucial. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Um, you're right. Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry. I said let me pop in here and read the chat. Um, what's good? What's good, y'all? What's up, Barb? Another day. Another day. Another day. What's up, man? Look, what is good? What's good? What's good? Oh, okay. It seems like a lot more people are in here now. What's up? All right, y'all. Peace. Appreciate everybody who's in here in the building. This is Wolfgang Amadeus. You're on set in the West, and let's get to it. Maybe I'll just wait. What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. I just got started. Nothing's missing. Everything is here, and we're just getting started. Yeah, for the most part. Um, I guess maybe what I could show. What did you miss? I guess maybe I could start here. Let me do this real quick. Is this the tweet? Yep, this is the tweet. We'll start with this. We'll start with this right here. This tweet that is up here. You say you can't wait for the convo? Okay. All right. Jag, can you hear
Jag,
me?
can you hear me?
Mic check, one, two, one, two, one,
Here we go
Here
with
we
two.
that
go with
echo
that
again.
echo
What
again.
what 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 phone
What
are
phone
you
are you
using? Are
using?
you
Are you?
you I'm
I'm
using
using.
mute yourself
Mute
real quick.
yourself real quick.
Check. Okay, so y'all heard the echo, right? Y'all heard the echo? Put a one if y'all heard that echo, or if it's just me. I'm just trying to try something. There's no echo now, but when we were just talking, did you hear it echo? Let me know. Yep. Okay. So unmute yourself and let me see what
What
happens.
happens?
Unmuted.
And I can
And I
barely
can
hear
barely
you.
hear
So
you.
what
So
what are
what
you
are you
on? Your
on? Your
phone? Because
phone? Because
you're on
I'm
something.
on
Something's
Clubhouse.
going
something's
on.
going on.
Is that any better?
Nope. Nope.
All right.
Whatever you
Whatever
got
you
going
got going
on,
on,
I don't
as
have
as
far
anything
as
far
going
as
on. I'll be back though. Bye.
yeah, I know that echo is a beast. I was not trying to do a whole broadcast with the echo. I don't know what's going on. I can't call it. I'm not able to do tech support like that. But yeah, no, I can hear it because it ain't nothing on my end. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Appreciate y'all for giving me the feedback and letting me know. Yeah, that echo. It happened last time she came on, and let me see if it works now. Okay, here it is again.
That's crazy. Somebody playing games. I'll drop down.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe try a different phone. I don't know, but it's definitely something with that phone and whatever's picking up whatever the mic situation is. I don't know. Like, yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this is horrible as far as trying to get the right sound. So Anyway, maybe we'll try one more time. Um, okay, Myrna, you said you couldn't wait to get to this conversation. I'm assuming you're talking about, and why is this not working now? If it ain't one thing, it's another. Jeez, there we go. What's going on, Sherry? Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, people just decide to walk past my broadcast. What up, LP? Um, okay, so the discussion at hand, Funk Flex, he dropped this tweet last night, and I said, man, wait, what's going on here? What's going on with Funk Flex? People are like, wait, are they trying to? Is he trying to say something? I think people are trying to decode what he tweeted last night, and he says, DJ enough slash heavy hitters, I got you fired, and he's laughing. And he said, did French Montana pay you 25K for the heavy hitter conference call? Did Mano put you, or did Mano pay you 40K for the mix show list ads? Was Nori offered a discount of 2,500 for a month of spins? Did Miles Brando pay you 10K to perform at mix meeting and get added to the mix show list? Was DJ Wavy asked to pay 2,500 to spin on summer mix weekend? So this is what he said. This is what he was talking about. Um, huh, and people are like, why is he snitching? I guess that's what the consensus is. Is he snitching? So earlier earlier in the month, well, about a week ago, he went on the airways and just was ranting, talking about Jay Z and talking about Charlemagne and the whole situation with DJ Academics and their intersection and how they're working together or whatever. And he started out by saying, hey, I'm not gonna disrespect Jay Z. You can't take away from his legacy. Blah blah blah. He's an MC. He's this is that, and he's not lying. That's true. But then he starts to go in on other stuff about Jay. I didn't know him and Jay were not like. I guess they're not seeing eye to eye. I don't know. I guess there is a little bit of beef or something. I'm assuming. And then Envy. I mean, I'm sorry. It's, I said Envy. Flex DJ Funk Flex said that Charlemagne. He called Charlemagne. What do you call him? Knob deep. He's like knob deep for being on the Rock Nation payroll and being on Jay Z's dick so hard. I was like, whoa. I mean, he said it in a way that it'll get past the FCC and no person or none of that. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I found it interesting. I said, wait, what part of the game is this when it comes to what's the deal with Funk Flex and his beef that he has, I guess, which I guess is I don't know if it's which you know what? Okay, Jag, I'm gonna call you. Hold on, I gotta wait. I'm gonna just have to call you. Okay, I guess let me see if this will work because I wanted to get your take on it, Jag.
On it, Jag.
All right, here we
All
go
right, here
again
we
with
go
the
again with the
echo.
echo.
Okay,
Okay,
so try
so
to
try to
explain to
explain
me
to me,
because we got
because
this
we got this
echo.
echo.
Where's your
Where's your
Bluetooth
Bluetooth
settings?
settings, or
What's going
what's
on
going
with
on
like
with
how
like
are you
how are you
speaking into the
speaking
mic?
into the mic?
Wait a minute, man. I'm on hold. I'm literally.
Can't
Can't hear you.
can't hear
Can't hear
you.
you.
We
We
barely hear
barely hear
you, but
you,
you
but
hear
you
me.
hear
There's
me.
an
There's an
echo.
echo.
So
So
something's going
something's going
on
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 that end.
No, no, no. Something's going on the YouTube end. Somebody's playing with my account because this is a completely different device. So I'm just gonna drop out. Apparently, they don't want us sitting together.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
call. I'm
call.
gonna
I'm
call
gonna
you.
call you.
So obviously, whatever's going on, like you said, they don't want they don't want us sitting. That's understandable. That's cool. No problem. But let me go ahead and let me see. I can still include you into the conversation, and this is how I will do it. Okay. So y'all should be able to hear this.
Y'all should be able to hear this. Hey,
You got to mute me or something
what do you mean I gotta mute you?
because I just heard myself on the.
No, that was my other device. I was watching. I was in the chat. I just
Yeah, I got.
shut it.
We got to see what's going on. Maybe there's something with the updates, but obviously, yeah, there's a bunch of effery going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. No, because that happened the last time. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
The last time you dropped me the link,
Yep.
I came on over there and it was echo. And then when I dropped down and I came back, I couldn't even come back. Remember, it wouldn't
Yeah.
even let me come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, there's. We'll figure it out. We'll
Well,
figure it out.
since it sounds perfect now.
Well, that's because you're not on the link when you like. What the only thing I could do. The only thing I can do is this. Try to hit the link again. I'm gonna try something else, but I don't know if it'll work. Maybe it's my Bluetooth.
I'll try it
No,
again.
go ahead, and I'm gonna, but still stay on the phone because when I'm gonna try. Well, if you can.
Okay.
No, you don't have to, but if you can,
I think I can.
let's try it. Hold on. Okay. Okay.
You gotta mute yourself.
Yeah. All right. What about now? Everything good, y'all? Don't mute yourself. Mute now. Now I'm talking about mute the background because whatever was going on in the background. All right. Unmute and say something.
Hello?
Yep. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure why there's an echo. Or okay, maybe yeah, that got to be on
Hello?
your end. Yeah.
Okay.
So the like the likely culprit is maybe these headphones that I have here. Let me try something now.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, do y'all hear me? Y'all barely hear her, right? What's going on? What's the level as far as you know, y'all out there in the audience? Do y'all barely hear her? Can you hear me? Say something, Jack. Go ahead.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
saying everything sounds good now.
Now I can barely hear you because what this here. Okay, go ahead. Say something.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on?
Yeah, it's something going on, I guess, maybe with this device here. All right. Well, nonetheless, we're good. We're good. We'll just
I
do what
can
we
hear
gotta do.
you. You sound good. So
Yeah, no, everything should be good. Everything should be good. Okay. Um, yeah, I was like, dang, what's up with this phone? Is it my phone? Is it your phone? At least you're not. operating off of a PDF a PDF phone.
Hey, you know, when times is hard,
When you don't get a phone number in your name,
that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. You know, we've been doing a lot of research regarding a lot of different things. But let's get back to the topic at hand and then we can
yeah, yeah, yeah.
digress a
Yeah.
little later.
So I was talking about Funkmaster Flex. He tweeted this earlier or late last night, and then last week he was going in on Charlemagne, calling him knob deep and saying that Charlemagne got Jay Z's nuts in his mouth and just all
He
types of
do.
just disrespectful stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he was getting real. He was just real disrespectful, and I was like, wow. But I was listening, and I'm curious to know what's really going on with that whole little situation. We know that Charlemagne, academics, I guess Funk Flex is, siding for the most part with academics. I guess something was going on with academics and Ebro in the
Yeah.
morning.
I mean, there's
Something,
a
is it?
lot going on. I'm not feeling like with the kind of research that we have going on and the things that we're looking into right now, the one thing that I'm seeing for sure that is absolutely real is that a lot of this stuff that we see online is heavily orchestrated, heavily manipulated. It's the WWE of blogging or podcasting. And everybody knows all of these people get paid. Everybody knows who's paying who. Everybody knows. They just save it for Mad Day or for I'm trying to go viral day.
Yeah.
So shout out to Funkmaster Flex, but he knows the game. He understands how the payola machine works. He knows. He wouldn't he should know all of these things considering from what I remember from back in the day, he participated in very similar activities. So it's
Hmm.
like, I mean, yeah.
I
So
mean,
I don't know. For me, I'm not so impressed, but
yeah. I mean, my thing is like you're right. He knows how this game is played. So is he snitching right now? That's what I was trying to. I'm like, what's going on, man? Is this Radio Rico thing a real thing? And is he just saying because he mentioned DJ Enough? Shout out to DJ Enough. That's my homeboy's cousin. And the heavy hitters. He's mentioning, French Montana paying the heavy hitters, Mano paying for the mix show list. Like I'm like, is he snitching? What part of the game? Jag, you there? Can't hear you.
oh, I'm absolutely there. I was just flushing my thoughts down the toilet. Um,
Okay.
long and short, like this is how I feel. Let's take a good look at Rory and Maul.
Okay.
Now, Maul is a heavy, heavy Drake Glazer,
Yeah.
but his brother is Biggs. Is he not?
Yeah.
And Biggs is who to Rock Nation? He's an ally.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that's around that whole situation, because like Maul is almost like as big a Drake Glazer as academics is.
Hmm.
Yet academics platform is being like bombarded with all kinds of unwanted attention. People are being chased down and down under. You know what I mean? He's agreeing to have conversations with Charlemagne that look like scripted, I fell down on my face moments, like that thing between him and academics. It was like it was giving Ron trying to jump double dutch.
Yeah.
Come on, Ron. Come on, Ron. Ah, bang. Like academics is supposed to be smart, right? I mean, well, kind of. He's supposed to be, so witty. He's supposed to have it all going on, and then he gets in front of his social media podcasting god, and he falls apart. While Charlemagne is literally sitting there reading from his cell phone whatever was given to him by Rock Nation headquarters.
To say, yeah.
Like, oh, he was a bumbling idiot for weeks before he went on his vacation. It don't sound like he went on a vacation. It sounds like he took a little time away from being online while he was being prepped and while they were trying to figure out how they were going to quash this academics TV pressure to get him back in line
Yeah.
because Charlemagne was starting to lose his his authority status
Yeah.
amongst the podcasters because for whatever the case may be, he's the queen of the geeks and the freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the all of the I'm a gooner in my basement and I just want to talk crap all day online and play video games the rest of the time. Like he's their number one guy. Like it's just weird to me because I remember when he first started out. I remember when Wendy brought him on, and it was kind of crazy because like he started. I remember when he was in Philly, like he wasn't that guy. You know what I mean? He was
Mm-hmm.
ugly. He was awkward. He was nosy, and you know they don't talk about all of the times that his ass got clapped up on because he got clapped up on and he got robbed in Philadelphia. So I'm just like when I look at him, like for me when it comes to Ray J, like even calling him Ray J is weird to me because that's Brandy's little brother.
Right.
That's just who he is. He's Brandy's little brother. Nothing more, nothing less. And Charlemagne to me will always be Wendy Williams' sidekick.
Right.
So when I look and I see what's happening, it's just like interesting. So everybody who supports Drake gets ran down on except for Rory and Mal.
Mm.
And Maul is like a big Drake Glazer, but dollars to donuts, I bet that the only reason that they have the status that they have is because of his connection to Rock Nation. Because let's remember where they launched from. They launched from who? Joe Budden.
Right.
Oh, and Joe Budden is big Rock Nation Glazer. And we
Yeah.
already know he's pledged allegiance to the Carter Man Milk and he enjoys clutching his pearl necklace. So,
Hmm.
how do you how do your little proteges that popped off, someone attached to the Jigga Man's immediate brand, going all the way back to Rockefeller
Yeah.
and a Jew boy,
Right.
right? Ebony and ivory lie
Mm.
together in perfect harmony, side by side on the podcast, glazing. Look, it's not, it, it's not adding up because everybody who sits online that's been glazing for Drake gets the heat.
Yeah.
So why not Rory and Mal? And don't forget, Rory and Mal were also one of the first ones to talk about there's a radio RICO coming down and
Yeah.
this, that, and the
Yeah.
other. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping I'm not a part of it. And then all of a sudden that kind of got quelled
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's not making any sense.
Oh, no, no, no. To me, it's making sense, especially with Funk Flex just doing this here,
That part.
calling out. DJ enough, and because
That
I
part.
mean, I gotta see. That's why I gotta
Did you
talk to my
have you
connection.
seen the foolishness going on with Memphis Bleak
No,
and DJ Self
no,
and whoever that other weirdo is? And they did a whole podcast, and Bleak is sitting there talking about, Jay-Z don't know nobody, no explanations, and he's the God, and he's this, and he ain't got to tell nothing. And if it wasn't for him, would nobody be getting money? If it wasn't for him and Biggs, would nobody be getting money in anything? And F y'all, man, and F the fans, and F this and that. And they sitting there, and then to hear Frederick Dollar say, yeah, cause he Jay Z got to say something. I can understand, where Bleak is coming from because Bleak is a real one. Bleak is a general. The general of what?
what does Freaky Fred know about
The
generals?
general of what? And what? See, once again, Brandy's little brother, Wendy Williams' sidekick, and
Ah,
Jay Z's nut warmer.
okay.
You,
They're
you
all
feel what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what y'all kids think. I guess y'all bought into the bullshit. Because the only thing that Memphis Bleak is good for is covering up HOMO-cides. That's the
Mm,
only thing he's a general of. Lying to the police. The only person that's better than him at it is Tata.
mm,
He's a
mm.
grown man that's been living off of another grown man for damn near 30 years. And people have had questions about how their relationship started as well. The devotion that he has.
Yeah.
He's devoted to Jay Z like Little Kim is devoted to Biggie, and he's dead.
Mm, mm, mm.
He's the general of what? Bleak? With a very bleak recording career?
Right.
Like, I don't know about Memphis, but he's definitely bleak. And I'm not talking Mo Better Blues, even though he's cried a good few of them.
Damn.
He's been around forever, and Meek Mills is more reputable than he is. Huh?
True. True. That's true.
Huh?
That's true.
Like Memphis Bleak and Frederick Jolito. Oh, yeah, he the general of nut sucking. That's what he is. And I dare anybody to prove different. He has been on. He like I can see why Jay-Z don't want to do the DNA for Ramir because then how could he afford to take care of Memphis Bleak? No wonder he's sitting around talking crazy about Ramir because you want to hold on to your child support.
Right. Damn.
Like weird.
I mean, you mentioning uh Poetic Flacco, aka Freaky Fred. Um, I was gonna run and talk about what Funk Flex said about academics and what academics actually said about himself, which I don't know, maybe you disagree or you agree. And of course, the mouse from Tom and Jerry, aka academics, he gives him a little, he pumps himself up a little bit too much. But he did make a point, and I did not like 6ix9ine. I wasn't running with. I didn't like 6ix9ine for shit. But him and I was Whack 100. They made that weird little Rainbow Bright rapper hot, even though if it was only for a little bit. They made him hot. They got him out there. So he was like,
You talking about
he's
six
tapped
nine
in.
Rainbow
Yeah,
Bright? Who
right,
was over
right.
there with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj
Yep.
was giving her fanfare to try to make him relevant. And the truth is, he blew up in Russia before he blew up anywhere else. He ain't even from Russia. He don't even got Russian descent. Like, I don't understand how people can't see when they're developing their CIA assets. Because the only thing that Rainbow Bright is a full-on government snitch.
For sure. That's for sure. And again,
Don't forget,
look.
don't forget, while Diddy was in the MCP before his trial, They transferred him in,
Yeah,
and he was going back and forth from the jail phone, telling everybody about the conversations he was having with Diddy.
and again, look at everybody that he is attached to. Whack, and then I just said academics.
Don't
Um,
forget at that allegedly fixed fight that Ray J did with Super Hot Fire, it was Rainbow Bright that was sitting there with Aiden Ross at the commentators table.
yeah, commentating.
Matter of
Yeah,
fact, it was him and his chunky ass, because he done put on some weight. That boy done got thick. That boy looked like he come home from jail and keep eating spread.
ha,
Like he looks like Rainbow Bright is looking like he could take like 6 packs of noodles and some beef jerky and some chili the hot Cheetos and some pickle and give it
yeah,
hell with the nacho cheese.
right. He the main one making spread. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and he
yeah,
spread
homegirl, and he spread.
like a STD.
Damn.
Hip hop is corrupted. Whatever they're calling hip hop, it's corrupted.
Well, they're continuing to put in the certain players that they know that they could tap in to steer the culture. Like that's why I brought up academics. Academics got up a point. He got a point. He is in touch with directly with certain rappers, and remember back in the day, we had industry, we had underground.
So is Daphne
But
Joy.
no, well, okay. Before we go there,
Mhm.
remember we had industry and we had underground.
Yeah.
We had obvious MCs that were signed to labels that would be considered industry, even though and then you got people that were not signed underground. That was like, wait, whoa. There's been that barrier. There's not. It hasn't been a thing where it combined. It kind of combined a little bit when they were doing the battle rap league, a little bit, kind of. But other than that, a lot of times artists would come in and maybe they would even poach or get ideas from the underground. Like for instance, I remember when Volume 10, Pistol Grip Pump, he had that one style. He'd been doing that style. And Easy E and Bone Thugs went to like a Project Blow little situation, and they copied Busy Bone copied his style, and
Mhm.
Ice Cube or whatever, right? So um no, Busy Bone's copied. I'm sorry, Busy Bone actually copied Micah Nine in them, and then Ice Cube and them took the whole pistol grip like from Volume 10. What I'm saying though is industry always taps to the untapped, the raw, the underground, and take it and do what they need to do with it. So here we are now, where not a lot of real artistry or people really caring about. Damn, who's this? You got. Okay, I know. uh, you got these commentators.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say they're participants in hip hop culture. I told y'all, if you are hip hop, you've participated, you've at least tried one of the elements or something, you are the culture. But these people that are just online giving their 2 cents, Freaky Fred, academics, they're not really culture. Even like Vlad, like Vlad has a
They're
whole
gossipers.
story.
They're gossipers.
Well, peep the game. Just like how you said they input certain people.
Mhm.
Vlad, he swore up and down. He said in the early 2000s he was a mixtape DJ.
No, he wasn't.
And no, I know. I'm like, where's your damn mixtape?
You want to know when I knew it was all bull? When Amir Questlove Thompson tried to act like he was gonna vouch for him.
Hmm.
Boy,
Yeah.
I wonder what those lodge meetings is like. I wonder if they can smell him when he walk in the room.
Also, when you got people like Lear Cohen, right?
Mm.
Now, Lear Cohen, he's Lear Cohen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody kind of know where he got his genesis from. Some of my brothers from Uncle Jam's Army side of the game, when they brought Russell Simmons over to the West Coast, because that was the first time, like if y'all don't do the history, my documentary called Set in the West, they talk about, basically
Yeah.
before there was ravers, there was a bunch of DJs just giving parties and having these big functions. Lear Cohen saw that because he was out here in LA and he
Russell
knew about
Simmons
Uncle
is
Jam's
his
Army.
OG.
I know. Moffler and them is related to LL in some way. Yeah, that's why I always say people be like, I say LL's from
Uh,
Compton. Don't get it twisted. So what I'm saying though is this guy, Lear Cohen, can we say he's hip hop? I wouldn't say it.
no.
Everybody knows what he is right now, but
He's not hip hop. What he is he was ushered in by that weirdo who's still running from charges for almost 10 years, talking about lemongrass in a place where it's legal to have relations with children under the age of 10.
so that being said, we got to be careful of who we allow in because I'm gonna tell
What are
y'all,
you
a
talking
lot of
about?
these
We got to
people
be careful. We didn't allow these people in. They were brought in by people that were already in. They snuck these.
who,
It's like the underage kids who end up at the hot party at the 21 and over club. They didn't
mm-hmm,
come in through the front door. They let them in the back. They came in with,
mm,
with the security crew. They came in, and guess what? They were always there, right? Like, this
yeah,
is how these people walk them in. Like, I remember when I used to get into the clubs. Very rarely when I was underage did I go through the front, but I was able to start going through the front because I knew all of the security guards, and all the security guards let me in. They knew me from around the way. But
right,
before I got known on the party circuit, guess where I came in? I came in from the back.
yeah.
And I didn't show up at showtime. I didn't show up when the club opened. I was there before doors. I was there during setup. See, I was able to be at these parties and be at these clubs at 14, 15 years old because I showed up with the employees.
Mm.
And I stayed there the whole time, got dressed in the bathroom, put on my lipstick, put on my clothes, dressed up to look more mature. Like, I was there with the workers. So once the doors opened and people started filing in, I just started to mingle. And
There
people
you go.
always saw me there. So they just expected that I belonged there.
Same thing with the hip hop
Same thing with hip hop. All of these infiltrators that you see, they snuck in
because
with somebody who worked there.
these people don't rightfully belong in the culture, but they're elevated. They have money. They got status. I mean, just keeping it a being. Yeah, these people are like the same analogy.
They walked in the door with someone who worked there.
And what I'm
How did
saying when
Leo
I
Cohen become ingratiated into the scene? Russell
through Russell Simmons.
Simmons. He
Yeah,
was
Russell Simmons.
he was a roadie. He was a roadie
I know. I know. And look at him
and
now.
ended up the CEO,
I
ended
know
up the president.
how. That's see. It's a combination of us giving someone a pass and letting them, you know, attach themselves to the culture, and then you know, of course, he came in through nefarious way, or well, not nefarious, but he came in how he came in. But we
He
gave
came in with a nefarious character.
we gave him a pass. Oh, he's cool. When the reality it should have been like,
No,
who is it?
no. We trusted Russell Simmons. We trusted Russell Simmons because he gave us Run DMC.
Yeah,
We trusted Russell Simmons because he gave us a voice in pop culture, MTV, eventually
Yeah,
after Michael Jackson,
right.
Adidas. We trusted Russell Simmons because of Walk This Way.
Yeah,
We trusted Russell Simmons because of the Beastie Boys.
true.
Huh.
There are many instances when you started mentioning people like Charlemagne. And I remember Jag, I'm Black Radio, so I remember this had to been the early the mid 2000s when I first heard Charlemagne, because Wendy got we've been knew about Wendy Williams since the late 90s, at least out here on the West Coast, because of the whole Tupac stuff, right? And then
Right.
what was it? Maybe mid 2000s. Wendy got syndicated. She was syndicated all over, but she was on the radio here in LA, and it was very interesting. And then that's when I heard Charlemagne. But I think that was right when Charlemagne became like her sidekick. And back to Funk Flex. He even said it. He said even academics is from the town. Funk Flex is from the town. Most of these DJs that are somebody, they're from New York. Now, what's the name's from South Carolina? Charlemagne's from South Carolina. And he was like, he gave a perfect analogy. He said, you were from South Carolina. Jay-Z saw you like the girl in the club that, or the girl that he met on the block that he's like, y'all, she's cool, whatever. Oh, am I gonna hit? and that Charlemagne's the girl, right? And he said, yeah, like he said, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna hit, but he said no, Jay-Z hit, and he's been pounding. That's why the whole analogy saying, uh, saying that Charlotte got his nuts in his mouth, all that, right? But that's a good analogy
We could
because he
use
was
20.
like,
We could use 20 more likes, guys. Come on, hit the like
oh yeah, yeah,
button.
hit the light, hit the light. Yeah, he basically was like, dude, Charlemagne was the lick. He was from out of town. He wanted to be all of he wanted to be in New York, and he wasn't getting that respect. But that's why he crawled up under Jay-Z's nuts, and that's where he's at right now. Like, I mean, think about it. In
And
all
like a
honesty,
crab, he's been clinging
yeah,
to them pubes
he
like a
he he
crab.
has to he has to be submissive to Jay in the Rock, because he ain't nobody himself. He came
The
in through
second he
Wendy.
loses his protection and his covering, he's fish food.
He's done. Yeah, he's
He's
done.
fish food. And let's be clear about this. Everything that you're saying, what did I say when I first came in? I say he's loyal to the Jigga Man like Little Kim is loyal to Biggie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think one by one, they're all gonna drop. Like, this is just my prediction. The whole thing with Jay-Z,
They
the whole
can't
thing
afford
with
to let
Desert.
they cannot afford they, they can't afford to let the Jigga Man fall. If the Jigga Man is out there screwed, look at what's happening to everybody that was attached to Diddy.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why they sitting here trying to make such a big deal about that. And by the way, is it me or is all of the hype around that spin that nonsense starting to finally like
It
fall
done
off? It
died
was
out.
like a
It's dead.
a
It's dead.
mesmerizing spell.
It's dead. It's probably still permeating, and maybe the song, it did a little impact. The song, people heard it, okay, but it ain't like it was, and that shit, yeah, it's dead.
The song, huh?
Like that. What's that one song?
We'll
I'm trying to
see.
think of. Trying to think of a song like Back Day. Um, that like it was everywhere, and then maybe it'll pop up during the summer. It'll be like one of them type of like not, like Will Smith's "Summertime's" a bad analogy because that's a dope song. It's a dope record. I'm trying to give like a perfect analogy of a song where it's kind of like they force it. Lonzo would call it. I forgot what he called it. Damn, what was it called? Um, Almost like that one song I was telling you that I don't like, that Tommy Richmond, that $1 Million Baby joint, right? Like it's catchy as hell, but then you're like, ugh, this dude's a plant. Fuck him. Or that Thrift Shop song by Macklemore. Now, no, shout out to Macklemore. Macklemore's cool, but y'all already know what that was about. Even the name of his album was called The Heist, and he took that fucking shit from Kendrick that year. But that's a whole nother conversation. But it's one of them records to where it's like they're forcing it. They tried to force it. They tried to force it, and I think it's not going to work. Like I don't think a record has to be organically dope, and people got to organically fuck with it. It can't be forced.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
You there? I hear you.
No, someone Barbara was saying in the chat that she could hear two of me.
That's interesting. Yeah, I was talking the whole time, and then yeah, maybe she's behind. So just take that in consideration. Um, yeah, records nowadays, you got to organically get it out there to the people, and it can't be forced. And I think this post that Funk Flex is saying in regards to, we know how these people in the industry, especially the music side, how are songs being broken for the most part? It's it's
Social
it's
media.
not, or social media, yeah. Before that,
Do
remember,
you see
even
what they're
before,
doing with this Look, the Jason Derulo record. This Me Chico foolishness.
well, I don't even know what's going on with that. Last time I remember
You
Jason
haven't seen the
Derulo.
clips?
No, I haven't. I ain't heard Jason Derulo since he somebody, like, they must have had some AI shit where they had a corn on the cob and they had it spinning and they ate it, and then Jason Derulo tried it and he fucking busted his whole mouth in real life, like lost his teeth and shit. That was the last time I've seen that tragic motherfucker in the news. So he has a record out now.
Yeah, some weird stuff. Like they keep trying to push these summer songs. Like they've been trying to push this like they was pushing that spin that foolishness. Yeah, it's called Me Chico, and he's got a whole little dance. They've got 80 million clips. And I asked, is he gonna do one with Daphne Joy?
me Chico, my man. Is that what that means?
Yeah. And he's dressed in all of this, what they call high fashion for a man. And he's rolling his hips and I'm
The
just sitting there
hell?
thinking like, don't sweat too hard because what that girl probably gave you, it's gonna have a reaction.
Hmm.
Like I don't know how people don't look at Daphne Joy and see disease.
Well, she did
That's
her
what I
little.
see when I look at her. I see disease.
She leaked her video and then she started twerking and then she got the OnlyFans money popping.
Which I'm sure Diddy told her it's time for you to get back out on the block, boo. I gotta sell Star Island. Ain't nowhere for you to bring little Bruce Leroy no more. No more fishing.
What? You call him no, no Bruce Lee.
No more fishing trips for little Bruce Leroy. That's what Rose
That's what
calling
Rick.
him.
That's what Rick Ross called. Oh shit.
Ain't nowhere
Bruce
for him to
Lee.
go no more. He done had to sell the jet. Now he has to sell Star Island, and Star Island is like his prime property. Like that's
Do we?
his top property.
Do
That
we?
was
Do we?
even more than the house in LA.
No, it is. Do we want to talk about that? Maybe we'll do that this week. I did reach out to our folks, the person that has that real suit against them. It might be tied to that. And then, of course, shout out to Jonathan. Hey, he texts me every now and then, and he gives me an update on the case. And it's a lot going on this Diddy stuff that they not talking about.
I know.
And I understand where the money woes is coming in. Maybe we could break that. See, y'all, look, we don't sometimes. Well, I'll say this is going to change, especially next season. We got a lot of intel and stuff, but we don't. We wanting to break stuff because they already come after us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Desi for trying to take my channel last year, exactly this time last year, and I got it back. So when we really start getting this journalists side of the game popping, y'all, they really gonna be mad. But peep game, Diddy got a lot of legal money stuff that's like, man, and I got the receipts. And then ain't nobody talking about the Jonathan stuff. And maybe we'll, I don't know. I let him tell his story, but overall, I know it's a lot of financial issues that's coming for Diddy. I doubt if he gets out of that prison, because they're saying he's coming home in August. They be changing
August
this
of
shit
what?
up
What?
of this
August
year.
this year?
Yeah.
You want to know what trips me out? They've been saying he's coming home damn near every month to every 3 months got since he was found guilty.
Yeah.
Why do people keep listening?
You gotta have
Why
hope.
do people keep hope for what?
That's what there's a joke. I was literally thinking about what do you call that shit? Barack Obama. Um
Speaking of Barack Obama, why is nobody talking about the fact that his lawyer just had to go before the oversight committee down there in Washington, D.C., which they kept all of that extremely quiet while they were busy giving us an update about nothing regarding Nolan Wells.
yep. Former.
Now you got a bunch of content creators running around talking about he was burned and tortured and all of that. But where are they getting this information from? Because the autopsy reports aren't done in either in Mississippi or DC.
Well, it'll get a lot more traction to throw that out there, even if it ain't true or not, because when you talk about Catherine Rumler's testimony about the Epstein ties, eh, obviously that's story. That's a fucking story. Yeah, Catherine Rumler, she was the top lawyer for Goldman Sachs and the White House counsel for Barack Obama. Um, they said she was not being truthful Wednesday about her relationship with Epstein, rejecting her testimony that Epstein had merely used her. It's about to get
She
nasty. We
lied
we
under
gotta we gotta
oath.
talk about that.
She lied under oath.
Yep.
And don't
And
forget, she she is Alex Spiro's
yeah,
OG.
that I was. So the weekend wrap up, we're gonna have to. I'm noting that because that is true. No one's talking about that.
No, they just talking about Nolan Wells. Just like they ain't talking about Carmelo Anthony no more either. It's a shame how they use the demise of someone to cover up the stuff that they don't want nobody talking about. I guess they don't want anybody talking about Catherine Rumler because Catherine Rumler is attached to the Obama. She was the Obama's private
Top,
attorney while they were in the
top.
White House,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. And it's kind of like crazy, like how y'all going to keep lying and saying that y'all don't have no connection to this weirdo when everyone around you was connected to this weirdo. Like even listening to Bleak talking about, I mean, they want to talk about he was in them files. He was in them files. The lawyer made it clear. The lawyer made it clear. That wasn't true. That wasn't true. What do you mean it wasn't true?
He was in the files. He was in an FBI intake form, and he was mentioned as
The lawyer
someone who
already said it wasn't real. The lawyer
it,
already said it wasn't
he
real.
was
What lawyer
mentioned
said it wasn't real,
specifically.
bitch?
He was mentioned specifically as someone who they can rely on to control the blacks.
Talking about they had an event at Target and wasn't nobody outside boycotting and picketing. Ain't
Well, yeah,
nobody been outside boycotting and picketing outside any Target. That hasn't happened at any Target. There
it's
haven't
a
been
hundred
any
and
demonstrations done at Target.
it's 107 degrees on the average day in the United States this summer. So ain't nobody gonna be outside doing anything. But them albums ain't selling. That's for sure.
Like it's just funny. Like he's sitting there, wasn't nobody outside picketing. Did you see anybody picketing? Wasn't nobody. Nobody was picketing. We're not boycotting by sitting outside with. We're not giving them our money, dummy.
Somebody need to tell Bleak we're past boycotting.
Somebody needs to tell Bleak we're past kneeling so he can get off his knees for the Jigga Man.
No, he ain't past kneeling.
That man has lived his entire adult life in prayer position under somebody else's crotch. Grown ass man living off another grown ass man. Like that was the thing that pissed me off. Everybody talking about, oh, Ramir, he a grown ass man begging for a handout for another man. Don't you? No, that's Memphis Bleak. Daddy Ho, can I get this? Can I have some money to get a lollipop?
Mm.
Yeah, Frederick Jalla need to stick to Liberian news because he
Well,
misrepresented heavy.
I think it's time for us to like really start going after the frauds in just in hip hop in general because that's what's going on. You know, we've left so many um sectors within hip hop, cities. Like we really should like I said back in the day, you know, on the West Coast, we had something called the Crows, and it was an underground thing, and it pretty much kept a lot of BS in check. And in all honesty, hip
Come
hop
on,
is still
guys.
here.
Look at wait
Yeah,
one second. We
y'all
need
need to hit
20
them.
more likes, guys. Come on.
Yeah, before I get out of here, because I'm about to get out of here. Y'all hit the like button, please.
Get the likes
Yeah,
up. Get the likes up to 70. Come on, stop playing.
yeah, we really need we really need to what's the word? Start in-house checking. Just like the FBA, you know, they got the whole thing with what do they call that shit? Just, you know, delineating. We need to just do some in-house checking in hip hop.
I mean, I'm glad the little boy don't stutter no more. I mean, because to have a stutter and be 800 pounds, you know, I mean, he should go in a reality. He should go on that my 800-pound life. Cause it's crazy looking at like double XL basketball shorts that he turned into biker shorts. Like that's wild. I'm still
No,
trying to
dead
understand
dead ass. That shit was sick. I was like, this nigga got on triple
short
X
and wide
short. Them shorts that Allen Iverson used to have on. He turned them motherfuckers into biker shorts.
biker shorts.
That nigga wear hammer pants. They look like motherfucking tights, spandex.
He'll turn hammer pants into yoga pants.
Damn.
Talk about downward facing dog.
Anyway, my time is up here. Maybe we'll come back later. Y'all hit the like button, please. I'm sitting here begging for likes. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Begging for a like.
We have
Um
a quota. We have a quota. Can please
yeah.
somebody? Please, somebody cash app for a bad chick's birthday because I need y'all money so I can get drunk. Because my food stamps, I ran through all my food stamps this month because I ain't got no lights. You ain't got no lights. And let the state of Michigan tell it, you ain't living right.
Yeah, it's funny. We'll talk about that because it's so funny that they've like successfully like spun a narrative. And like I said, when I was looking at this stuff, when the kids Lord, I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I got real phone numbers. I got a just evidence now, and they helped me for the most part. Just how they did what they did, it showed me like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, the
It's
10th.
beautiful when you're able to cross reference some stuff and you ain't even have to spend the extra money and time to do it.
No, it just pops up like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. All right, we're gonna see
Look
how
at
this play
God.
out.
Look at
We'll
God.
see how it play out. Just continue to,
Look at God.
yeah. But
I
yeah,
love the
I need to,
Lord. I love the Lord. The real Lord. I love him.
the Creator. Let's say that,
I tell
the
you one
Lord
thing though.
and the
I'm
Creator.
thinking about you remember that you remember that story that I was telling you about that SEX offender?
Mm-hmm.
I think we both discovered like we were doing some research. It has something to do with like the Amber Alert or something, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Should we pull the trigger on that story? I mean, we haven't really I mean, there are so many sick mugs in this world, but I think people should know the origin of how that whole thing came to be. I don't know. Maybe we should do that story.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we should track them down. See if we could get some information. Maybe call them for an interview.
Okay. Let me get going. Might come back later. Let's see. But I appreciate the likes. I appreciate it. Everybody that hit that. And yeah,
And
yeah.
we also appreciate our audience. I want to say this. I want to say we thank you guys for having the courage and having the common sense to support real content. Um, in all actuality, on this app, there's so much fake. There's so much false. And when you see people who like willingly invest their time into, listening to like we have a bunch of content creators right now going back and forth at each other, calling each other liars, calling each other grifters, going back and forth. And it's just kind of funny to me because can I say this on your channel? Salute Mary A, thank you. Or should I just save it for my own?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say a little bit because I'm about to do a video addressing a particular content creator and a particular moderator. Um, because there's a lot of people that like to play a lot of games on this app and they like to play with serious things. But when it comes to addressing necessary things, they all seem to fall short. Back in 2025, February of 2025, I was accused and I was put in a lawsuit And it bothered me very much. Not that the case bothered me or the accusation bothered me, because it didn't. I knew it wasn't true. You knew it wasn't true. What bothered me was how many content creators jumped to pass that shwill around without even bothering to check, just because it showed up in Pacer. Now let's think about that. That Ashley Parham lawsuit had been on Pacer since October of 2024, right after Diddy went to jail. And it lingered. The case made a big splash. And then right after we left Mar-a-Lago and right after the event with America's Future, and they presented me with the award, with the plaque. Less than 10 days later, my name was smeared all over all kinds of thumbnails, even made it to some halfway relevant legacy or just um, more professional media sources as someone who helped orchestrate a heinous crime, um, forced two people across state lines against their will. You know, to see people have the audacity to say that about you and it not be true. But for them to put it in a lawsuit and post it up on Pacer, that goes to show you how fallible our legal system is. It's very fallible. Because pretty much anybody can accuse anybody of anything that they want to, even if it is a lie. But what's wild is 11, 211. What's wild is that when the truth comes out, nobody runs to clear up the lie. Nobody comes forward and says, breaking news, breaking news. Jaguar Wright is innocent. She is not guilty of that. She couldn't be. We have the paperwork proving there was no way possible she could have done this. We need to research Ariel Mitchell Kidd and Sean R. Perez for why they put Jaguar into this lawsuit. We need to research and get to the bottom of who this Jane Doe and Jane Doe are. John Doe and Jane Doe are. We need to get to the bottom. None of that happens. Nor do they even post a video saying, we want to apologize to Jaguar Wright for spreading these terrible lies about her. Because this was a terrible accusation and it was nowhere near true. And we want to condemn the attorney who posted this up. Did any of that happen at all?
No, no, that
Did
would
we get
be
one video like that?
that would be responsible journalism. But what you can do is once we get over this next hurdle, we could reach out to all these publications that said that and never retracted it because, in all honesty, they're supposed to. And you or the team can reach out and just make them do that, and you could sit down and explain because, in all honesty, that is true. They should have asked, well, they just ran with the accusation, and then no one came back with the retraction and said anything. But you can bring it up and let it be known, like, no, this is what's going on, and this is what I believe. Because we kind of know what's up. In general, we know what's up, but presenting it like an expose, and you going on different platforms to talk about it, that's a whole different, yeah. So we'll turn those lemons into lemonade.
I'm just saying. It seems like people are only interested in running to the internet with bad things about me.
They said Miss Lowdown recognized it. I think Marad did too, and Khadijah Lynn. That was it.
Khadijah, Khadijah Lynn, she never reported on it. She only debunked it.
Oh, she was she debunked it.
She debunked it. She didn't even run with that shit. When that shit came out, she was the first to say, I went and I got it. I looked at her social media. She was in jail at the time. I went and I checked. Jaguar Wright could not have done this. And guess what? That's the last time she reported about me ever. That was the last time she said anything about me. She hasn't reported on me since.
Yeah,
I wonder what kind of pressure her platform experienced for doing that. Because she's avoided my name ever since she did that. Kadisha Lynn
yeah,
was one of the biggest content creators on TikTok who shared my content. And after she did that, she's never talked about me again. You
yeah.
cannot tell me that there isn't some kind of pressure system here on this app that is
Oh no, there is.
implemented to stop people
From speaking good about you. Yeah, there definitely is.
or just good, period. Guys, we need 5 more likes and then we're gonna get out of
Well,
here.
I'm actually Jag. You sitting over there. I don't know why you sitting over here talking about we need to. No, I'm actually gonna go. So y'all can hit the like on the way out while I'm on the way out. But I gotta handle some business,
I know.
and yeah, we'll more than likely be back in a few. That's likely
Well,
what
I'm
will
about to
happen.
go live on my channel since somebody said
Okay.
that I go live all day, every day.
Okay.
I figure I try to make it true.
Let's make it happen. I'm gonna be tuned in.
Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin' with this one like.
The lag the likes match the room, so it's all good. All right, y'all.
Peace.